Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking NBA logos into a tier list and see which team has the best logos. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy and let's get straight to it. Alrighty, so now we are over here at the tier list and we'll start off with the Washington Wizards. Now, this logo here, I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. I do like how they have incorporated the wand, the Washington Monument, obviously, which is a significant part of America and the capital, but just a significant part of the city. So that little bit there is actually the Washington Monument, which is actually pretty cool. They've also got like a little star there for the wizard. So I do like it. I do like the idea of it, but I just think it's just a bit boring for me. So I think I'm going to put this in D. I just don't think it's the best logo. It doesn't really look that appealing. I think it's been around for quite a while and they're probably due for a change. Although I do like their old Wizards logo they had in the early 2010s. That logo looked really good, but I think I'm going to put this one in D. The Warriors logo, now I do quite like this logo. I think it's pretty iconic, obviously, with the Warriors winning 4 championships with it. You know, you look at this and it just brings up those 2010 finals and even 2022 when the Warriors won it. And you just look at it and it brings up Steph Curry, obviously, just for how significant it has been. I'm probably going to put this in A or B. I'll go B. I just think that it is a very good logo. It looks very nice. Obviously, got the Golden Gate Bridge. However, it's probably due for a slight change in the future. I just think that, you know, you look at it, it looks pretty nice, but I reckon, again, kind of like the Wizards logo, there's just not much really going on. And I do really love their old, again, kind of like the Wizards, I love their Warriors old logo. Their retro logo looks so good, but I think it's pretty plain. Therefore, I'm going to put it in B, but it's a pretty good logo. Moving on to the Timberwolves now. Now, this is an interesting one here. I do like the detail in this, obviously, and obviously you've got the text. I feel like the text probably isn't needed for this logo. I feel like it just looks better without it almost. You've got the little star there, and then obviously the wolf. So I think it's probably in between these two, to be honest, but it's probably going to go in C. Again, a lot of these logos are just round ball-shaped logos, so this one, it's honestly not bad, but I'm going to put it in C. I think, you know, maybe they could change this one soon and maybe really more emphasize that wolf. Obviously it looks very fierce, but maybe they could in the future maybe make a logo where the wolf is just more emphasized and it's more focusing on the wolves since they are the wolves. Next up we move on to the Thunder. Now, a lot of people don't seem to like this one. I actually don't mind it. Now, obviously it's a bit weird. I'm going to put this one in C tier. I think it's probably slightly better than the Wolves. Again, I could see why people don't like it. It's kind of weird. Like, obviously, they're the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you've got the Thunderbolts behind this OKC bit here. But, you know, I don't think it's all that bad of a logo. I do like the text, and obviously the Thunder winning the championship with it, their first ever championship with it. So that's pretty iconic, but I definitely think it can get a bit of a change in the future. But it doesn't look the worst for now. The Phoenix Suns logo, again, this one is pretty plain. It is a ball inside of the sun. To be honest, it does look good. I'll give it that. It looks sharp, it looks clean, but it's a pretty simple idea, so is it? I think I'll put it in C again. I feel like a lot of these logos are just going to go into the C tier since that, you know, C is just the average for it. So, yeah, look, I think this is honestly a good logo, but it's just a little bit too plain for me. You know, maybe they could try and make this a better logo in the future. So now we do move on to the San Antonio Spurs. And look, I actually don't mind this logo. Obviously, it's meant to be a Spur. There's not really much you can, I guess, do with it. You've kind of just got the bolt there. To be honest, I'll put it in D tier. I definitely think it's better than the Wizards logo. I just think it's a bit boring. Obviously, San Antonio only have really that grey color. I mean, there's just not really much to be said about it. It is a very sharp logo. Like, I do love the bold outlines there of the bolt, but for now I'm just going to put it in the D tier, to be honest with you, because there's just not really much going on. Philadelphia's logo, now I just don't really like this logo, to be honest. I know it is quite iconic because they have had it for ages, but it's probably going to go in D tier again. I just think it's really boring, and obviously they're the 76ers. Like, again, you kind of have to incorporate the team name in the logo, and they're literally numbers. So I guess, you know, it's not that bad, but obviously you've got the stars there, which are pretty iconic to the city of Philadelphia, obviously. So I guess I'll put that in D tier, but it's just a bit boring for me. Same with the Rockets logo, although, I mean, I don't mind this logo, but I'll put it in D tier again. Look, I just don't think it's the best logo. I think, obviously you can kind of see the H outline there, and then the Rockets, that's kind of a little hidden meaning that's meant to be incorporated there, and obviously you've got like a rocket there, the dome, so... look, again, I do like the idea. It's kind of like the Washington logo where they've tried to incorporate stuff with the idea, but I just think it's a bit boring for me. So I'm going to put that one in the D tier. Uh, sorry. Moving on to the Toronto Raptors logo. Now, again, this one is literally just a ball, except as you guys can probably see by the logo, they've incorporated some raptor claws, some like claws in there, indented. I mean, it is a smart idea. I do like it, but if you guys know their all-time famous logo, their retro logo they used to have, to be honest, I think they should have just kept that. It looks way better than this, to be honest. And again, unfortunately, I'm going to put it in D tier. I'll put it at the end of D tier. It's probably one of the more worst ones on this list, to be fair. There's just not really anything going on in this logo. So, yeah, look, I'm just going to put it in the D tier. It's very boring. It's just one color or two colors if you do count the white. The Pistons, I mean... Again, kind of like the Spurs, there's not really much you can do with this logo because they are the Pistons. But again, kind of like some other teams I've mentioned about 1,000 times on this list, they used to have a really good retro logo. I don't know why teams just didn't stick with that. If they're going to make it worse, I'll... I feel like it has to go D tier. I'm sorry, I just don't think these logos are that good. Like compared to their old one, it's just boring. The text really sticks out, which isn't really good, especially if you're a sports team. And again, it's just one of those ball logos, so it's a bit boring for me. The Pelicans. Now, I do like this logo. I'm going to put it in A. I really do like this logo. I think it's a very good logo. Obviously, the New Orleans Pelicans. I think they used to have text on the bottom, but they got rid of that. And you can see how fierce that pelican is. Like, that's what some of these teams like the Timberwolves should do because they have an animal mascot. You've got the little ball there and you've got the wings on the side. It just looks so sharp and so clean. And I also like the color scheme matching their team. So I think that's what more teams should go towards. And I think it's probably the best logo we've ranked so far. So I'm going to put that in A. I really like that logo. Next up, we've got the Pacers. I mean, again, this one does look sharp. I feel like it'd just be a bit too easy on it. Just put it above the C tier, but I think it can go C tier. I do like that they have incorporated some stuff. Obviously got the P for Pacers, and then the ball is kind of moving through the air, as you can see with like the little behind lines there. So it does kind of represent the Pacers, and Pacers are obviously something that's moving. So I do like how they've incorporated that, but again, it is a pretty boring logo. It does feature another letter, which I just think is it's poor for a sports team, but I think it's probably better than these logos, to be honest. There's just something about it that just makes it look a little bit better. Next up, we have the Denver Nuggets logo. Now, I do like this. I'm going to put it in or maybe A, but I think it's similar to the Warriors. I think it's slightly better than the Warriors. I really like this logo. They used to have a really good old logo like some of the other teams, but I really like it. Obviously, you've got the two pickaxes there, and you've got the mountain, which does represent Denver. And yeah, look, it's just a really sharp logo. Next up, we've got the Brooklyn Nets. Now, this isn't actually their current logo. The current logo is just this ball thing in here with the B. So, in terms of it, to be honest with you, I'm going to put this one in F. It just looks horrible. Like, I know they're the Nets, but surely their logo could feature, like, a basketball hoop with a ball going right through it and, like, nets or something. Just be a little bit more creative. In fact, their new one probably looks even worse than this, to be honest with you. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. So I'm going to put this one in F. I just don't think that it's really the best. And I guess there has to be a couple of logos that do go in the F tier. Moving on to the Mavericks. And again, I actually like this logo. I think I'll put it in the B tier. I think the Warriors logo is better, but it's a decent logo. I really do like it. I like the, obviously the Maverick horse there. And then you've got the blue background, obviously. It's not the best logo, let's be honest. It's in the ball shape, which they definitely could change considering that they're the Mavericks, so they could maybe have the horse face just a bit bigger, but I think it's pretty good for a logo, so I'll put it there. The Magic, now, this current one, I would probably put it in the C tier, but their new one, which I will put on the screen for you guys now, as you can see, it's different. where would I rank that one? I'd probably also put it in C. They have just rebranded this year, the Orlando Magic, and I do love their rebrand, especially their jerseys. So I'm going to put that one in C tier. The Lakers, I feel like, again, I've just got to put this one in A. Bias aside, obviously, I'm a Lakers fan, but it's just really iconic. It's probably, to be honest with you, top 5 most recognizable sporting logos in the world. Maybe even top 3, you could argue, but yeah, look, it's just really iconic. If we took out the iconicness, it would probably be a B tier logo, but I still do like it. It's iconic. I have plenty of Lakers merch, so I'm obviously very used to this logo, and I just think it just has to be in that A tier just because of how iconic it is, and it does really look nice. I feel like, and I don't think it's going to get changed anytime soon. It's brought many championships, so yeah, look, it's just really good branding there. The New York Knicks logo, I'm a massive fan of this one. I'm putting this in S tier. I feel like this isn't probably. Oh Jesus, where am I? What am I doing? Sorry, forget about that. The New York Knicks logo is going to go in the S tier. Look, I just think it's a really good logo. You've got this, it's just really sharp. It's just really appealing. You've got New York at the top there. You've got the ball. Look, it may not be that recognizable in terms of the team name, but I just really like it. It's just very sharp and it has sort of grown on me. I thought it was the best logo a couple years ago, but I feel like there's some slightly better logos, but it's still a very good logo. I'm putting it in S tier. The Kings logo, I'm going to put it in D tier. Again, it's just a bit boring for me. Like the Sydney Kings in the NBL have a much better logo than that. It almost looks like an ice cream store logo for some reason. But again, you're the Kings. You could incorporate more of the crown. Obviously, there's a bit of an outline of the crown there, but it just looks really dull. And I definitely don't think they should try and incorporate a basketball into this, which they have. Just doesn't look the best for the Kings. And I think having grey in your logo when you are the Kings is just, I just don't think it looks that good, to be honest with you. The Utah Jazz, again, this logo is going to go in F tier. It's probably even worse than the Kings, to be honest. It's just a musical note. Like, obviously, they're the Jazz, but I just don't really like this logo. I just think it's just a bit poor, to be honest, and the standards could be higher. So I'm going to put this in D tier. The Charlotte Hornets, now, this is I think this might be the best logo in the NBA today. I love this logo. It's definitely, I think I'm going to put this above the Knicks. I think this is arguably the best logo. Look at how fierce that Hornet is. Look at the wings. Look at how much detail is. The text is absolutely brilliant. Look at the little stinger at the bottom. It's just so clean. And the Charlotte Hornets jerseys and branding team is arguably the best in the NBA. Obviously, they haven't had much rich history at all, but their branding team is just really cool. Obviously, you've got a Hornet, so you can embrace it a lot, and they've done that to the fullest potential, I think. That just looks so sharp. It's going in S tier. The Heat, I really love this logo. I'm putting it in A. I just think it's really nice. I mean, you've got the Heat with the flames behind it in terms of that. And it's also in an actual hoop, like it's going through an actual hoop. This is what the Nets logo should be like since they're called the Brooklyn Nets. But I just think it's a really good logo. You've got the little flames at the top. I guess maybe in a few years it might grow on me and they might have to change it. But for now, I think it's up in the A tier. The Atlanta Hawks logo, I don't mind this one. I mean, it is very boring, but I'm actually going to put it in C tier. I do love the sharpness of the hawk and the little detail there, but other than that, it's just not really any much more detail. Again, the one that they had used in the early 2010s just looks so much better than this, and it's a pretty boring logo, but we'll put it at the end of C tier for now. The Grizzlies, oh, the Grizzlies, I might put in B tier potentially. Although we'll put it, there's just something about it. I just can't really put it in B tier. I just feel like it's a very good logo. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it's very fierce. And don't get me wrong, but like I just don't know. There's just not much detail outside of its fierceness. So I'm gonna put it in C. The Clippers logo. Now this isn't their current logo. Their current logo will be on the screen. But in terms of where I'd put this logo, again, probably D. I mean, it's just really boring. It's the ball, literally. That's all it is. But their current logo, I put it in. Or their current logo, I'll put in B. I like their current logo. When it first came out, I really hated that logo, but it does look much better now, and I put it in B. Their new logo. The Celtics, we can't have that many teams in S tier. and I know I'm a Lakers fan, so I really hate the Celtics, but I just think that that's a really good logo. Like, the detail on this is insane. You've got the ball stripes there, that looks really good. You've got the little cigar he's sipping there. Look at, it's just really clean. And to be honest with you, look at his little cane there. It's just really iconic and really clean. So I'm gonna put that in S tier. I think these three logos, there's just this vibe that some vibe about them that just makes them look really good. The Cavs logo, this isn't their current one. The current one will be up on screen, but in terms of where I'd put this, probably C tier again. Obviously, it is very iconic. When you do look at this logo, you think of LeBron James winning that 3-1 comeback against Golden State. You know, it does make it very iconic, but I'm just going to put it in C tier. I mean, there's not much going on. I mean, the Cavaliers, I'm not sure. They're meant to be a team that has, like, swords and that. So I'm going to put it in the C tier. The Chicago Bulls. Now, this has to be an A tier logo. It probably should be S tier just because of how wide known it is known for. But this is literally a logo. When you look at it, you think of MJ, Michael Jordan, you know, who brought a couple of championships back in the 90s for the Bulls. And it just looks really clean and really sleek. But I don't know, should it go in S? I feel like we can't have 4 teams in S, so I'll put it above the Pelicans logo. It's a very good logo. It's very iconic, don't get me wrong. So I'm going to put it in the A tier. It kind of just has to be in at least A or S tier just because of how iconic it is, and it's probably top 10 most recognizable logos in the sports league world. So yeah. The Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I mean, I don't mind this logo. I'm going to put it in the B tier. I think it's quite nice, to be honest with you. You've got the Buck there. I feel like the Buck could be a little more fierce, like their old logo. It just looked more fierce, the Buck. But it is very clean. It's very sharp, and they won a championship with it back in 2021 with Giannis. So it's not bad from the Bucks, but I think maybe soon it could get a rebrand. But for now, I think it's solid. I'm going to put it in B. I quite like it. And the Portland Trailblazers. Oh, this is a tough one. I think I might put it in C. Again, the Trailblazers, I mean, there's not really much you can do with them with the team name, but I just feel like it's slightly better than some of these ones in D. I'm not sure why. I just think it looks really slick. I mean, maybe I should bump it down to D. You guys let me know what you think there. But I'm going to put that in C. I mean, you've got the red part and the white part there. I don't know. It just looks a bit clean, but obviously it can't be in B tier. I mean, there's just not much going on. So those are all the logos, all 30 NBA logos ranked. So in S tier, I have these 3, and then all the rest are here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.